George.
Hey.
Le matin. Matches your tie. Matches your tie. So, George, you are the man when it comes down to sort of private equity in the sort of marijuana space. Would that be correct? More or less, correct?
More or less.
So I'm gonna ask you a question first, okay? So it's like this dilemma, ethical dilemma that I wanna ask you. So obviously it's legal here in California, and it's legal in other places, and starting to be legal in most places.
All right.
And there are people saying, well, I don't believe in marijuana, like I don't like marijuana, but can I still, is it right morally to invest in something that you don't do yourself, or green is green, baby?
No. Hey, I'm right there. I'm not exactly someone who uses marijuana. I even voted no in California to making it legal for recreational use. So the way I would look at it, I would take the adult marijuana use and put it in the category of all the other vices, like alcohol, tobacco, firearm, gambling, pornography. If you don't believe in it, don't invest in it. But here's the thing, though. The industry that's emerging is so much bigger than
the
marijuana
industry itself, because I think there's this misconception about what the industry is. It's still got this, not the shady, but if you actually see it, it's really run like a corporation now, not mom and pop like it used to. It's not a bunch of growers in the middle of the mountain growing this. I mean, you have literally Coca-Cola type operations now. So tell us about the industry itself.
Yeah. It's getting there, and I'm hoping it doesn't get there too quickly. I like the fact that it's illegal, at least for the fact that it's keeping the really big companies from jumping in with both feet. This gives time for the small investor to grow and thrive.
As in on the federal level, but on state level is legal, just to be clear. It's not
Some
illegal
states,
to be investing in these states.
No, you can absolutely invest.
Right, so just to put this in perspective.
Yeah.
And also, in terms of, my frustration is you have like IPOs like Facebook, Google, Uber, Snapchat. They're impossible to get. You know, it's all about institutional investings like Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley. They go to their private clients and say, here you go. And there's a lot of these opportunities that we're never gonna get available to the average public. What you do is you get these great deals on the IPO level, and you actually get the people to on the same ground level as if they would get a Facebook, Google, or Amazon, or any of those. Can you explain that?
Well,
How do you do that? Why can you do that? Why don't you just go to the big ones?
Well, the best opportunities for investing is not after something goes public, but much earlier on. Whether it's private equity or venture capital in any industry, it's very lucrative. But cannabis specifically is very attractive for a number of reasons. So with venture capital, you're getting in early on an early stage of a company and helping it grow so that when it does go public, you're in there so early and you're so far ahead, you don't really care so much what the public trading price is anyways. And that's where the real opportunity is in cannabis. Forget publicly traded stocks, private equity, startups, that's where to be right now.
Talk about, when we talk about the cannabis industry, right? It's very vague in nature. So give me an idea of what the deals are. Is it on the retail level? Is it on the growing level? Is it on the product level? Is it on the strain level? How I know all these things is beyond me. But if you watch Netflix, and I had to run a drug business, I would be so good. Pablo, El Chapo. I mean, I would brand it, market it, celebrity branding. I mean, I had the Spectre drug. I mean, I do everything. I would be really good at it, but there's that confusion when we say the cannabis industry, it's so vague. What does that mean? What are the opportunities, or where do you see the opportunities are?
They're a little bit all over the place, but when I started looking into it, I was a little bit surprised. The best opportunities might not even be in marijuana. The industry is so wide that you can invest in so many different things other than getting high that'll be possibly even bigger than marijuana, and you could actually feel good for helping people in the environment at the same time.
Are you talking about CBD?
Well,
what? Just give me an idea.
Medical use, industrial use, all the ancillary companies, the picks and shovels, testing laboratories, real estate, software, technology, equipment, a fleet of lunch trucks to park outside of smoking lounges. Hey? Yeah.
How you know that is beyond me.
Because I go and drive around to figure out where I'm going to put the lunch trucks.
No.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily the drug, it's supporting that industry and all the things around that. That's actually quite interesting. I never thought about that.
Yeah, and the industry is so much bigger than just look at industrial use. It's more than just medical versus recreational. Just look at industrial use. There are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of uses for industrial use. Some of the cool ones are great for the environment. Bioplastics, paper, clothing, just about anything you can make out of cotton, timber, or petroleum can be made from hemp with less impact on the earth. Because when you grow hemp, you don't need some fans out there. You don't need excessive chemicals, pesticides, herbicides. It needs less water to grow. It absorbs more carbon dioxide. It actually enriches the soil instead of depleting it. It produces more fiber per acre. And unlike trees that take years to grow, this thing grows fast, like weed. So
I'm just wondering why you didn't wear a green tie. Did you think about that?
I'll have to buy one. I was waiting for the new one with the lions on it.
Yeah, the lions. We got it.
Yeah.
We got whatever you want. I'll make it in the back. So George, you've been successful at pretty much everything you've done. Why is that? We've talked before. We've known each other. You've been to my house. I've known your wife for a while now as well. You know, you got it factor. So what is it that when you touch something, it becomes very successful, and why people trust you so much? And what's the key to your success?
Probably relational capital, something we've been talking about. That goes a long way. You know, this year I had 3 clients pass away. All of them have been with me for over 15 years. So when somebody works with my wife and I, you know, they stay with us. It's because the intention and the
they
youth.
don't stay with you. They die.
They stay as long as they can.
Like
If
3.
they had some CBD, they may have stuck around a little bit longer.
Yeah, they do. But how did 3 of them go? I mean, that's a lot.
Because they were over 90 years old.
Whoa, 90 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, you keep them a long time.
Yeah.
So let me go back to, so if they're 90, hypothetically speaking, they start investing at 75. And did you see that age bracket, because they don't have enough money to live until the age of 80, 85, like they think I'm gonna retire at 60, 65, and by the age of 75, they're like, uh-oh, I don't have enough money to live another 10, 15 years. Are you seeing that trend now happening? Because I'm starting to see a lot more of that trend where there used to be like wealth protection at 75, and now people are actually investing at that age. Are you seeing that trend?
Running out of money before you run out of time has always been a problem. It's probably a bigger problem than it always was. I've been, you know, I mean, you see it all over the place. I've been fortunate where clients don't have to worry about that. Others should have started saving 30 years ago and they didn't.
You know,
But nice thing about in LA, you know, where my clients are, if they've purchased a home years ago and it's paid off by now, they can rely on that for
reverse mortgage,
Right,
reverse equity.
We're forced to do that
Yeah,
for some
reverse
people
equity
as well.
too.
Yeah.
I mean, George is an extremely smart person. Everyone here should speak with him at opportunities and synergies. George knows how to make deals work and authentic, real. I mean, just a great guy, and I'm just happy to call you my friend. And you opened my eyes. I was initially closed to that opportunity, but I said to myself, you know what? You're right. There's a whole world around that I'm not thinking. And I think when you limit your thing as like, oh, I don't believe in that, it's not whether you believe it or not. Let's say I don't believe in marijuana. If other people do, God bless, that's their choice. So who am I to judge what they like and don't like? I might as well, you know, for me not to invest, you know what I mean, to something that is like in a class and other things that are actually really worse.
Yeah.
Like everybody's talking about vaping now. Like cigarettes kill more people than vaping, but no one seems to bring that up. Like cigarettes will kill more people, and you have like 21 deaths in vaping, and everybody's like, ah, you know what I mean, freaking out about it.
Right, and they're acting like as if, you know, all of this is really new. Oh, medical use, industrial use. Cannabis has been illegal only for the last 80 years. Before that, for thousands of years, it was used as medicine, all sorts of products. Our Navy used it for rope because it's the strongest fiber. The first Bibles were written on hemp paper. The Declaration of Independence was written on hemp paper.
They didn't teach me that in school.
Yeah, our founding fathers loved it, embraced it, they farmed it. And some of them, well known at the time, like Ben Franklin, smoked it. I mean, he must have. Why would anyone run outside with a kite in the middle of a lightning storm? I'm just saying, I don't know.
Let's end on that note. George, give a big round of applause.
All right.